Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing to start the drive. Shields. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are on the board first here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Again, it's Taylor. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. You talk about this Lions defense. They enter this one 18th in the NFL in stopping the run.
I always think back to what my defensive coordinator in college used to tell me. Playing against the run is 11 individual battles, man on man, and are you going to win that battle? Are you going to whip the guy across from you and get to the ball carrier, wrap him up, and put him on the ground? Because the one thing he absolutely detested is yards after contact. Tackle him, put him down on the spot.
And this will be a Packers first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
First and 10, Taylor now. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Second down and 6 now. To the right side, this is Taylor. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as he'll wind up going backwards. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
He's got it at the 15. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And that is incomplete here. You talk about this Lions defense. Against the pass, they've had some issues. Right, number 23 in the NFL right now.
They'll take that play right there each and every snap, because throughout this season, they've given up some big plays. To be able to hold someone to no gain, oh yeah, they'll take that one all game long.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll throw incomplete.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago, they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes. It's not about what's called from the sideline. It's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing?
2nd and 3. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Shields. Flushed out right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard, but more importantly, it leads to 4th down. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18. Good blocking there and nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Now Carter throwing to start the drive. That went into the hands of Tony downfield. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Packers. Kadarius Toney, 64 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
This is 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll keep it on the ground. Clemens. And he'll be stopped at the 46. Gain of 3.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Third and 5. Looking to throw. Shields. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a 3rd down gain of 4. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. Operating from the gun. Shields work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. The
first-round pick, looking comfortable in this offense. First down.
First down and goal to go.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they go to work on a first and goal. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Back to throw. Shields. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
They'll try to run this one in. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Big play coming here. It's third and goal.
It's third and goal.
And they'll run again. And this time he'll run into a wall right at the 4-yard line. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a fourth and goal. Let's think here. You're still just in the second quarter. You taking the 3 points?
I am taking the 3 points, and I'm just relying on my defense here. Show them you have a little confidence in them, and let the offense know, nice drive. Come back next time. We'll go get 6 then, but for now, we'll take the 3.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, CD, sometimes you don't need those complicated game plans or the added wrinkles. Last time out, you think about it, couldn't have been any simpler. One play, one pass, touchdown.
I know those coaches put a lot of work into this game plan, but I don't think they'd mind possessions like that at all. They just saved those calls for this possession.
A dangerous pass there, and it's intercepted. And he'll be brought down with a penalty flag on the field. It was a late decision to throw, and it might have been too late. So the penalty on the offense, no need to accept that. They'll decline it, and the interception will stand. Now a play fake here on first down. It'll buy some time right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Second and 9. Operating from the gun, Shields. That to the sideline, and it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for it. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up. Second down and 8.
In motion goes the tight end. Here's second and 8.
And that'll be caught by Tony.
And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Back to throw now on first down.
They'll get this off to Taylor.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Here's Carter operating from the gun. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third down and 12. Back to throw again. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return.
And they will take over first and 10.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
That's complete to Jalen Hyatt.
He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 25 yards that time.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On first down, Clemens. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. The Lions at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They thought they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room. But they do have to start winning some games.
Operating from the gun. Shields, flush to his right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. Third and 2. And now an audible here into something else.
From the gun on third down. Shields That's going to be caught. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Well, we've seen quarterbacks get away with throwing the ball on the run, no doubt. But this, Charles, I think you'd agree, not the best of throws.
And listen, you're not always going to have a clean pocket to step up with the proper mechanics and deliver the football. I mean, that's a given. But you also have to understand your limits and know what you can get away with and what you can't when you're trying to make a throw like that.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Shields.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Shields. This is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. On his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns.
And the Lions continue to pull away here in this first half.
Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Carter.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
And that's where you want to use your big tight end. Let him use his size and frame to go up and get the deep ball in the end zone. But that time, they couldn't connect.
2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw again. Touchdown, Packers. Jonathan Taylor, his first touchdown of the new season.
And the Packers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose.
Throwing to start the drive. Shields. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 in the first.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. Part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And this is caught. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great play there. 35 yards.
And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
An extra point forthcoming. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And able to take it past the 25. To the 28-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Back to throw is Carter. Throwing to start the drive. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. McPherson's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone.
Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
I know at retirement ceremonies a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissues. Second down and 4. Operating from the gun. Carter flushed out right. That's taken in by Franklin. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Yeah, he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. And this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Carter now from the gun on third down. He'll find his man. That's Taylor again. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? Third down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Carter throwing on 4th down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Lions are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on fourth down. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. They just look like they're having fun out there. Big lead. There's another big play on the big run. I mean, they can't be stopped.
I'm a little bit older than you, as you well know, partner, and you tend to tell me that all the time. But there used to be a big-time song, and the lyric was, "Summertime and the living is easy." Right now, it's football time, and the running is easy for this crew.
Right back to him on first down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 46 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Here's a quick throw out to Mims. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
In motion right, that's Hyatt. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Slot man moves right. They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That is incomplete.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the third quarter from Detroit. Now they'll change things up. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
The tackle made back in his own 49.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this throw will be intercepted. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line.
Back to throw. Carter, flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Carter. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Being chased out left. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. It's their quarterback. His 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game.
And the Packers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead will be cut down to 14.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Fighting to stay upright.
He's got his target. That's complete.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll try the left side. Clemens. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 22-yard line. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. Back to throw. Moreland. He gets it left side to Johnson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Lions look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Carter. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
They'll run on 1st down. Hutchins. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory. And as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't. Because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it. Because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, The stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
He's got it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Mims from 8 yards out. And the Lions have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. He's got Mingo. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Now Carter from the gun, he'll throw. Throw out wide is incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receiver...
That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Back to throw. Carter.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Carter. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
24.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a car. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I like the call there, because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
They'll keep it on the ground. Hutchins. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 55 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Christian Gonzalez. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now the try here for the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
24.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest. Yeah, and somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
McPherson now for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Going right side here, and that's complete. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Back to throw now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Now the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Here's Carter throwing to start the drive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Looking to throw. Moreland.
He connects with Hyatt.
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, I think it's pretty evident that any blowout isn't going to be big enough for them. They're already up 7 full touchdowns, and it's still not stopping them from throwing it deep downfield, taking their shots, trying to add more points.
Back to throw again. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Powers.
And the Lions are going to have a